do you think that it would have been, proper just to affirm that fact? At least Nigerians will, for once, say that at this particular point we did agree, even though yes, 1914 has been described as many things. It was not done with our consent. It was done behind our backs. Whatever it is, do you think that it would have been proper that for once Nigerians themselves consent? However, is it symbolically that yes, on this particular day we decided and accepted our unity?
No, but you see, the conference, when you get to the conference, nobody has said this. I mean, people will speak from their heart based on what they feel or what they know. They will go to the conference and discuss. The government is saying from the guidelines that were produced, that giving her that, look, the purpose of the conference is not to discuss whether we'll be one country or not. That matter is settled. So every other issue, let Nigerians discuss it, come to agreement, and then.
Now, the reason I ask this question is, I'm just looking at a case where this grand finale, I'm just wondering if it would have not been more appropriate if it came after the conference, after a conference where Nigerians have ironed out certain things, agreed certain things that they're going to implement, at least to possibly make the next 100 years possibly a smoother ride or a more enjoyable ride for whoever it is will be at the helm of affairs, and for all Nigerians at least.
No, because I said these are facts of history. We turned 100 on the 1st of January 2014, and it is only appropriate that you celebrate that when it fell due, because if your birthday is on the 10th of January,
on the 1st of January 2014,
1st of January
2014,
yes, that's when Nigeria became 100 years as a united country, because the amalgamation took place on the 1st of January 1914. So it is just that the celebration has fallen due at this material point in time. So that is why the celebration is going on. And it doesn't stop government from doing all other activities. The conference will come at its own time, as is said by government, but this is the time we are in now. It is the time that we have turned 100 years. Our government has designed a program and said, let us celebrate our 100 years of existence as a nation.
You said it's been a year-long celebration. Was that
yes, that is designed to give opportunity for.
So it's going to be throughout this year?
No, it started on the 4th of February 2013. The flag-off ceremony was on the 4th of February 2013 at the State House.
I do remember the ceremony, but the question will be, why did he have to start that early? If we're not going to be 100 until the 1st of January.
That was also the prelude. These are activities that were going to lead up to the final grand finale at the time we turn 100. Because we believe it's a big country, a lot of things, a lot of people from different parts of this country. If you put it in 1 day or 3 days, we will give opportunity to every Nigerian from wherever they are to participate in the celebration. So the programs were so designed that people have opportunity within this 1 year to design their own programs at local government, state level, individual levels, at corporate organization, whatever you want to do, leading up to this final grand finale that is coming up next week.
But when the first generation of our leaders, were in those positions at the time, there was electricity around the clock. You had water flowing from the taps. Our roads were maintained. We then had Nigeria Airways, and things were relatively okay at the time, and everyone could say, oh yeah, we seem to be on course to achieve the vision of the founding fathers. But now things are different. Do you think people will come to this celebration with that mindset that yes, indeed, we've come a long way and we are doing well?
The analogy of giving is, I wouldn't know whether it was by 1914 that we had water, we had light, everything. The society is evolving. There are things we had then.
No, I said when the first generation of our leaders were in place, not in 1914.
No, but nobody disagreed that we've not had our challenges as a nation. But efforts have been made along the line by successive governments as they came. Efforts have been made to improve the condition of Nigeria. But of course, there are global challenges you must also accept.
I'm not saying efforts have been made. I'm saying that, don't you think that people will come to that celebration with a different mindset if these things were in place? Or maybe, as you mean, at the end of the conference, as she said, everyone affirms that, oh yes, we are indeed this, and everybody attacks that conference.
Even with the little challenges you're pointing, or however big they are, Nigerians also have enormous reasons to celebrate. There are things to celebrate. And so whatever the challenges are, the things we have to celebrate I am sure far outweigh the challenges that may deter people from wanting to celebrate. But of course, the responses we've got from all the things that we're doing, if you've been monitoring, shows that Nigerians appreciate the modest efforts, the modest achievement we have made over time, and the kind of challenges we have had to surmount as a nation to get to where we are. It's cause for celebration.
When you keep saying Nigerians,
yes,
there are a lot of people who will disagree with you. They will say the Nigerians you're talking about are maybe those in the corridors of power, the politicians probably, but not the young man who's now been in school for almost 8 months, that's a Polytechnic College of Education, or the young man, the young graduate who's now gotten a job after 5 years of graduating. Or let's talk about those in the northeastern part of the country who can't move around because of the state of emergency or the security situation. Yes, granted, government is doing their best to ensure that that's taken care of. But there are a lot of people who will disagree with you when you say Nigerians are coming out to celebrate with all sorts of joy.
No, if you come to a situation, I am sure you can't find 100% of the people thinking the same way. If there are a few number of people who say, well, there are challenges, we all agree there are challenges. But that does not take away from the fact that we must recognize what we have been able to achieve together, even in the midst of the challenges. We must recognize what God has done for us as a people. We have survived a civil war. Not many countries have been that lucky.
Which is why my colleague asked the question, wouldn't it be better if some of these things are corrected, some of the challenges are taken care of, before we go into the finale of this celebration? Wouldn't it make it better appreciated?
No. You see, they are big. These challenges are being tackled. The life must not stop because we have challenges. We have to move forward as a people. Even in the midst of challenges, this celebration is going to throw up solutions to some of the challenges. For instance, one of the key programs of the grand finale is an international conference, in fact, almost at a summit level. As at today, over 25 heads of states from other countries have indicated interest to attend. And the conference is focusing on human security, peace and development agenda for the 21st century Africa. It's an opportunity for Nigerians and the rest of the African countries that are going to participate.
Nigerian leaders?
Nigerians, because Nigerians are attending the conference. It's not Nigerian leaders. People are invited to attend the conference.
270 million Nigerians will come for that conference.
You will come, it will be televised live. I mean, there's no hall in the world that can take on Nigeria. So it's an opportunity for the issue of human security to be discussed. And then give opportunity to Africa as a continent to find a common ground, to say, how do we take on this issue of human security? That is perhaps one of the things Nigeria is going to offer to Africa as part of our gift from our centenary celebration. Every part of Africa, you notice that a lot of security challenges are in most countries in Africa. And then Nigeria is offering an opportunity for African leaders to sit down and look at this issue and say, can we focus more on human security as opposed to state security? Yeah, what are the challenges? What are the issues?
But you know that, they can focus on these issues other than at the centenary celebration.
That presents an opportunity for us to do. So why not? That's an opportunity that we want to capitalize. Instead of doing all the funfair dancing, we're bringing one day for people to brainstorm and find solution to a challenge that is threatening everybody. Because if you leave the issue of security the way it's growing, it's just like how AIDS started. Now, if nothing was done about AIDS, it was threatening to swallow the entire world. Now, human security, if nothing is done about it, it may create the kind of challenges that we're able to.
Did you hear some people, we had, was it here on this program when they said that we just needed the political will to attack the security situation we have in our hands?
Political will as how?
Well, he says we need the political will.
I don't know the authority, what you're quoting or who you're quoting. What political will do we need other than what government is doing?
What is government?
When it became necessary to declare state of emergency in some of the states so that serious and comprehensive action can be taken about something, government did that. And people can attest that is achieving some result. Although the issue of terrorism is not peculiar to Nigeria.
We've seen this paper.
I've seen them. this is not peculiar to Nigeria. Terrorism is not a Nigeria-made challenge. It is happening all over the world. Even
it's new to Nigeria.
It is new because problem just come one day. Now it has come to Nigeria so suddenly, and government is responding to it with everything at its disposal.